Okay. Good evening, everyone. I'm Tommy, the teacher assistant of the financial security cybersecurity class. In today's content, I gotta talk about how to set up Kali Linux and why we need to use Kali Linux. So first, what is Kali Linux? Kali Linux is a powerful penetration testing tools that's used to identify vulnerability and weakness in system. In this course, we will teach you how to set up Kali Linux and use its tools for penetration testing. So for requirement and installation, we need to use the Kali Linux. So we need a computer that meet the minimum hardware and software requirements. And you can download Kali Linux. And later I will tell you how to download it from their official website and how to install it on your virtual machine and or your physical computer. So please follow this step by step, and we will complete to install this. And if you are not sure of the some steps, I recommend you can take look this photo videos as your reference, and it's quite helpful. Okay. And later I will also send the contents of the syllabus to you guys. So if you lost some of the steps, you also can follow this contents. Okay. And later we need to talk about the tool for the penetration testing. Kindness comes with a wide range of tools, so that's a reason why we want to use the Linux as our the system to learn how what is penetration, and because in this system we have the nmaps and metasploit and the others tools as well. So that's the reason why we want to use it. And we can use Kali Linux to learn this tool and scan the network, identify the vulnerability, and crack password, understand the properties these tools and the potential risks and the consequence of the misusing them. Okay, but before we use it, we need to know the security consideration. It's important to use Kali Linux in the secure environment and prevent the potential security threats. You can secure Kali Linux by setting up the firewall or using the encryption and limit access to sensitive information. But in today's tutorial, we just do some demo to learn this tool. So not really need to care about the secure, and we just run this in our local host. So not really need to afraid this. We just don't use this tool to like scan other domain. That's probably will have some trouble. So, but later I will tell you how to use this of the tool in the proper way. Okay. So first, we need to set up our virtual environment. So generally it has two options. And first is VMware, and the other one is called VirtualBox. So all of them are the virtual machine. So here I have give you the link of how the link of the VirtualBox download address, and choose the proper system of your computer. If you use Windows, you just download it, and you use Mac, you download Mac. And after you download it, you can see here have the application and run it. but I have already downloaded it. So you just click next, next, and next, and all of it is the default setting. So all of this is default setting. So you just don't afraid. You just click the next, 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 and you will set up this. And okay, yes, okay. And then if you have already set out your VirtualBox, you will see the display like this. And here probably uh, no any pattern. So it will be empty. And you press new. Here have a new. And okay, I forgot one thing. And you also have to go to here, have a Kali Linux. It's Layer's official website. And find the here, have a CD. It's a CD file. And because way back when we usually use the one like CD to or the USB to install and or set up all of the necessary softwares of your computer. And but nowadays we use this kind of file. It's called CD file. I forgot the names, all names of this. It's called this one. And as you can see, this is a CD file, and you can use this to set up your systems. Okay, your operating system. And then here's choose your name. And okay, you can say Kali Linux and Linux 2. Okay, because I have already one. I've one. And then it's a default folder. Never mind. Okay. And this ISO's image is the .mmz. This is the file I just referred. It's a CD file. Okay. ISO. And okay, hold on. Wait a minute. Okay, I forgot to choose this first. And you have to determine which kind of type you like. So choose Linux and this Debian 64 bits and choose an end. Okay, Kali Linux 2. And also find your ISO. Okay, and it's an installer and just click next. And here you have to choose your hardware. And I will choose a probably. I'm not sure. You can determine as according to your hardware. So you just choose. Okay, for me, I will choose here. Okay, never mind. And because there also have many documents in this virtual machine. So I suggest the storage need to be enough. So you can probably choose, okay, here. Okay, next, finished. And later you just click after list of the hardware setting is finished. You just click stop and wait for a while. Here will ask you how would you like to install your operating system, and just click graphical install. Okay, by the way, I told you one thing, like because this virtual box will catch your mouse. So when you click in this, you cannot find your mouse. So you just don't forget to click setting and change the displays. Okay, but I cannot change now, but don't forget to change this to VN as VGA. Okay. Okay, then we set out by choose your language, English, and wait for a while. Okay, the area. Okay, I will click United States and American English. Okay, but in this section, you just choose whatever you want. Okay, and also wait for a while. In this section, you have set up the network. Okay, network. Good. And your hostname, you can just click the defaults. And if you don't know what's domains names, we don't need to set up the else. So you just skip it. Okay, continue. Go ahead. And full names, I suggest you just don't forget what did you set up. So I suggest you just click user, okay. And the password, I just use 123, but you can choose by yourself. Because we just practice. So 123 is a bad password, but yeah. But you can just choose. You can determine by yourself. Yeah. I just share for 123 and go ahead. Good. Then the time zone in cybersecurity, time zone a is a important things because when we catch the like pockets or the sometimes we need to know when it happens, like when this attack happens or when this events happen. So the time zone sometimes in routines or in cybersecurity, time zone is uh, is a very important thing. So I suggest you should save out the right time zones. Okay, cool. The time zone I set up now is probably is wrong. So later after you enter in the system, probably you can choose the setting. Okay. And here is actually the disks of your virtual machines and just don't hesitate, just click the use entire disks. Okay, cool. And here is a recommendation for the new user. So here, just click here. And if you are finished, you're finished to, okay, finished. And it's right the change, asks you again. So you just click yes. Okay, it's need to wait for a while. So, okay. Hold on. Okay, during we are waiting, let's talk about what's the penetration testing and what is attack, what is flow scanning. So attack, I think it's probably explicit. It's totally, it's very clear. It's totally different between these two. But attack is an intentional attempt to exploit a vulnerability in a system or network. So for the purpose of the gaining some authorized access, stealing information, you can just know it's a criminal action. So yeah, and flow scanning is and penetration testing is totally different. And some guys cannot really uh, identify the difference between each others. Flow scanning can regard it as okay. It's a process that you scan the system or the network. Okay, but it's not deeper than the penetration testing. Flow scanning usually just a tool, so use a database of knowns of the vulnerability to scan the system or the network for any configuration issue. So it's not customized and also not deeper than the penetration testing. But the penetration testing is is a simulated attacks on the system or the network with the goals of the identifying the vulnerability and the weakness that attacker could exploit. So unlike flow scanning, penetration testing is a manual process that involves human tester who use a variety of the tools and techniques to identify the and exploit the vulnerability. So you can just regard penetrations testing is the customized and more stronger way to know the vulnerability and the weakness of the system or the network. And okay, let's see. So here is a proxy, and you don't know this, you just skip it and continue this. And here it will download some, as I referred, in Kali Linux, there's are many application that or the penetration tools that you can use it. So it need to spend for a while to set up this of the application and of the tool you most necessary tools. So okay, let's go ahead. And Linux is not a graphic system. So but Kali Linux it also have a graphic, and we can take a look. After you of the setting, it will come up with this. Okay, hold on. Okay, let's see. And here we'll introduce the okay. Sorry. Okay, continue. All of this must be default system. Default setting. Okay, cool. Okay. And then here have 10 important directories of Kali Linux. So have bins, sorry, shit, etc. and isco, etc. and home, lib, library, and users. And bin is contain the essential executable files that are required for basic system operation. And you can notice the bin is the content commands. Sometimes in Linux we will use cd or ls, this kind of commands, and this the is content in bin. So we use by both the system administrator and by user, but which are required when not others, no other files. And etc. is an area to put the config files. And what is config file? Config file is the whole name is called configuration files. And a configuration file is files that contain setting and parameters used by software programs to customize their behaviors or functionality. And home is a directory for the particular users of the system and consists of the individual files. Okay, you can just stand as the in Windows we have different users, so it contains the if you are if you are the different users and your home's directory and the files are will be totally different. So okay, cool. Next, lib contain shared libraries and kernel modules that are required by applications and the operating system. Okay, and when we refer to libraries, we will also talk about what is image, because uh, image needs to boost the system and run the commands in the root file system. And in the containers, we will have an image and use this image to run this. And okay, later. And USR is contain the user readable data and application files. Okay, so if you are interested to it, you also can take a look, because why is important? Because sometimes we need to find our files or directory and you're not sure where is it. And if you don't know what's this directory stand as, you cannot find the files or the directory you want. So, okay, let's take a look for the command. Here, we can click LOS to check what we have, And okay, and also PWD is to know what's the address, where we are now. And CD, we can use CD to go into the a directory. Okay, that's like CD when we are in C disk, and if we want to go to temp this directory, we'll click it, and next action is called CD in the Linux. So CD is like this. Okay, let's CD to look at desktop. And when you are typing in in the Kali Linux or in the command prompt, don't forget to use tab. Tab is a very useful what's click. And if we are finding like this top, we just click D and tab, or sorry, Z, E tab, we can find it. So yeah. but we are now in desktop, so we cannot CD. And if we want to go to the, how to say this? Okay, I forgot how to say that. Okay, if we want to go to the previous directory, we can click cd dot dot and slash. We will go to the previous directory. So pwd. Here we are in this and cd desktop. Okay, desktop and click pwd. And we are in here. Okay, cool. And ls to check. Okay, here's no file. So also teach you one command is called mkdir is create the directories. So here, 1, 2, 3, we have already um what's yeah, generates a new directory, creates a new directory, and ls. Okay, here I have an directories called 1, 2, 3, and ls and else. Here we can see, here have give you the information of these directories. And first, first D is main directories. So if it is a minus, it will means it's a normal file, it's a file. But if a D is a directories and else is link. And here we have an LWX, and R's mean read, and you can read it, yeah. And W means it's write. You can overwrite these files or these directories. And X is mean executes, and the minus is no permission. So this file RWX. The first RWX is the permission of the owners. So the owner absolutely have the permission of RWX, reads, writes, and executes. And the groups, okay, here are W, no W. So the groups might not have the permission of the to overwrite this directories, and other user also don't have the permission to overwrite this. Okay. So next, here's have the physical link is 2, and the owner names of this file is users. Okay. Do remember that we just created user co-user. Okay. And the group name is co-user, and it's a file length is 4096. Is a bytes. Okay. And it's a date modifies. Okay. Here, March 15th, 1143. And here we'll have the displays of the directory names. And dot, if we have a dot, is in the beginnings of these files means hidden files. So no dots, so not hidden files. Okay. Then we gotta teach you how to change the permission of this file. So we'll use this command. And because 4 is right and W is 2, X is 1. So 7 is mean we change the permission of the owner's permission. And this 7 is change the permission of the groups. And this 7 is change the permission of the other users. So click tab. Okay, don't forget tab. Okay, enter, and let's take a look. Okay, we have already changed the permission of the directories. And okay, let's see. Still need some time to wait. Okay, but just for wait for a while, and it will set up successfully. So, yep, that's all of the contents for this recording. And please, please watch the next videos. Thanks. Thanks for watching. Thank you for watching today. And I will see you right back. Okay. Bye bye.